My name is Chris. I'm 23 years old and I have autism, and I'm an artist, and kind of an artist, and I'm interested in the media. I joined Exposure so I could gain confidence in talking to people and hopefully collect a lot of skills along the way, Photoshop and writing. I think Exposure's helped me develop my Photoshop techniques and my confidence when it comes to speaking to people, even though that's a barrier. But I feel that I'm getting better. I found it through my previous college, the Harrington scheme, and I started on a work experience here at Exposure. But after the work experience, it was my decision to keep coming here. I think how Exposure's helped is to talk about injustices about autism, like what I've done on my late cycle on the ATOS scandal, and to speak about to bring disability awareness, and I think to speak about the issues surrounding disability, and make sure disability awareness, and also to get my point across that that anyone from autism can make the step. They can.
My name is Andy and I manage Exposure. I was working for the local authority in Haringey, part-time, and I was actually in between jobs because I was not really interested in working for local authorities particularly, but I was producing publicity material, press releases, information promoting youth services locally, obviously to young people. And I was actually based downstairs in this building being the Muswell Hill Centre, which is a community centre, and there was lots of youth activities going on here at the time. And young people would actually pop into the office while I was beavering away on the Apple Mac and saying, "Oh, what are you doing? Can I get involved?" So it was at that point that I was approached by the head of the youth service at the time, who said, "Why don't you set up some kind of publishing project and get these young people involved in some kind of activity which allows them to express themselves?" So that's how it really came about, and we gathered a group of about 20 young people. We did some advertising as well, did a press release, so got a number of youngsters together, and over the period of about 3 months we developed the concept of producing a magazine, a youth magazine, by and for young people.
My name's Gary and I'm the editor of Exposure. My job title's editor, but that would suggest that Exposure is primarily a media company, but it isn't really. We're youth workers. Our role is to develop young people. We bring some young people in to the project, and they need a lot of help. Their confidence might be shattered for whatever reason. We have a young girl I'm thinking about who when they came to Exposure couldn't actually articulate themselves, couldn't, in a meeting or in a situation like this, wouldn't be able to speak because she was so worried about the reaction that other people might have to her speaking. And then 2 or 3 years later, when she left, she was going to university and she was being confident.
Hi, I'm Flo Kudjoe and I'm the development officer at Exposure. I'll liaise with the young people and also with the work experience coordinator in the school. And also we have placements, so some young people come to us because they can't be in a school environment for the full kind of week, so they might come to us 1 day a week, so I kind of arrange that as well. One of the things I've noticed is that a lot of young people don't utilise the space that we have here, the camera equipment, the editing suites and the staff. So I think that with money it'll be a bit of incentive to say come, and we're trying to encourage young people to be freelancers as well, so they get paid to kind of contribute and get involved in Exposure as well. So that's kind of a new way we're going, because a lot of young people are coming out of university with no experience. So this is a way not only to get experience but to get a job and to have that on their CV and to be able to go then onto future employment and saying, I've got experience and I've also been paid to do this. So I think it'll be good. I'm excited.
Hi, I'm Maciej Sosnowski and I came to Exposure from Enfield College. and here I'm doing the work experience, and right now I'm doing the Exposure Media Award. It showed me like what media really is, because from now I only knew media from films and things like that, and now it showed me how it's really made, how articles are made, films and things like that. Well, it's good because I'm learning how media works, and the articles, I read a lot of articles on the Exposure website, and they also made me think a lot about my life, and it showed me what really is going on around the world, especially in London.
I'm Elliot de Cordova. I volunteer here at Exposure. It's helped me to become a better writer. It's helped me to better understand myself. I understand the viewpoints I want to express and the thoughts and ideas I want to share with people. I've understood better the process of what goes into journalism, what goes into the process of just journalism in general, and how it goes from being an idea to being a fully written journalism piece, with the editing and the actual putting up on the website and just everything in general, just the whole media industry in general, I guess. Not really, I didn't really have any issues in my life that Exposure helped me through, but it did just help in general. I've become better at doing tasks and staying on task, because I have a habit of procrastinating pretty badly. Actually coming here and setting times and actually getting stuff done helped to sort of fix that.
Image of Exposure. We had an image problem, so we had to overcome that by creating cool media, right? That sounds really cheesy and I hated saying that, but I couldn't think of any other way to articulate myself. By doing things like The Revolution, by writing about things that are interesting culturally to young people, we managed to convert some of the young people that would have otherwise thought actually Exposure is about working with young people with autism, or Exposure is about working with young people that have been involved in gangs. And it is those things, but it's also a place for young people to come who are interested in the media industry. In fact, anyone who's interested in the media industry, it's crucial that they get involved in an organisation like Exposure, because it gives you the experience of working on real projects with real clients before you even get to university.
As a charity, it is really, really hard to know kind of where you're going to be within the next year, because if you don't get money, essentially, then you can't really run. However, we are lucky enough to be awarded lottery money again, which means that we have lottery money in place for the next 3 years. That means that we know that we can still exist and still work with young people.
And helping them get their first foot on the ladder. So young people who are able and who are committed to Exposure, actually give them opportunities here to actually start earning a bit of freelance money by delivering services to our clients. So that's what I'm looking for Exposure to be doing in the next few years, to actually create employment for some of our young people, as well as continuing to support the vulnerable and disadvantaged young people that we work with locally, building up their confidence and their skills and their sense of purpose to help them with their education.